How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be watching a Halloween movie. For the month of October, I want to watch as many movies as possible that take place on or around Halloween. Not just scary movies, but actual Halloween movies. And today, we're going to be looking at Spirit Halloween the movie. This is from 2022, directed by David Poag, and the movie stars Donovan Colan, Marissa Reyes, Jaiden J Smith, and Martin Frankel. But this movie also features a special guest appearance from Christopher Lloyd. He's clearly the best part of the movie. Great to see him again. Now, this movie, when it first came out, I heard a little tiny rumble of buzzing. Basically, the horror community was like, did you know that they actually made a Spirit Halloween movie? But when I went to the Spirit Halloween stores, they weren't selling it. And when I finally found it, what's this logo? That's not the Spirit Halloween logo. Where's the Grim Reaper? Where's the stars? Oh, wait a minute. We have to zoom in right to the very bottom here to see that. To be honest, when I first saw this, I thought it was unofficial. But it is official, and that's a cool part of the movie. Spirit Halloween is naturally a scary location, but it's also something that a lot of us have been to before, so to get to see a real scary place in a scary movie, that's cool. Now, are you ready for the other shoe to drop? This is a bad kids movie. And I don't know why they decided to make it a bad kids movie. I mean, yeah, you can buy kids costumes and they have a kids section at Spirit Halloween, but it is not exclusively a kids store. And a lot of people I know that are really big into Spirit are adults. They sell cool, gory horror products, and I've even seen them sell things like pasties, so don't tell me it's a kids store. But almost all the problems of this movie arise from them trying to make it into a kids movie. The dialogue in here is so bad. It never feels like a natural thing a kid would say. It feels like what an out-of-touch adult would think a kid would say. And then the plot is so super hokey. I want to still go trick-or-treating, but I'm getting too old, but I want to hang on to that childhood magic. And then at the end, he learns the true meaning of Christmas. Or Halloween, I guess. It's bad writing, really bad hokey writing. But then there's insulting stuff, like the animatronics are coming at them. Better use the real weapons they keep in Spirit Halloween. Yeah, that fire axe or that baseball bat, it's not going to be plastic or foam. They keep real weapons in a Spirit Halloween. And the Nerf guns, those are going to have real gun level stopping power. Like, the animatronics are coming at them, they're spraying them with Nerf guns, and I'm like, that would do flippin' nothing. How dumb does this movie think kids are? And that's the thing, is this is bad. Like, they're hiding once and they get found out because one of them farts. Ho! It's so silly. No, it's bad. And for real, if you want to make a kids movie, my first advice would be don't. Kids want to see what their older brothers are watching. Older brothers want to see what the teenagers are watching. Teenagers want to watch what the college kids are watching, and college kids want to watch programming for adults. No one actually wants to watch baby stuff. And if you do want to make a kids movie, here's my advice. Make a good movie first. And then how do you take a good movie and make it a kids movie? 2 parts. Cut out the boring parts. You should do that with a regular movie anyway. And then find the line and back it off just a little bit. For real, kids don't want what adults keep making for kids. And there's a reason why things like Beetlejuice and Gremlins are classics and still remembered today. And Spirit Halloween, despite only coming out 2 years ago, is almost entirely forgotten. The best part about Spirit Halloween is you can use it as a fun bit of trivia with your friends. Hey, did you know they made a Spirit Halloween movie? Yeah, it was really bad, but at least it had Christopher Lloyd in it. For real though, it's garbage, and that's because they decided to make it out-of-touch, lame kids movie, and I really wish they hadn't. Because imagine a movie where college kids go into Spirit Halloween and get up to some hijinks. That would be fun. But what we got? Garbage. But I guess in order to analyze it more, let's take a bit of a look at the plot. I'm not going to do any major spoilers, I'll be avoiding the end, but I do want to break down and analyze a few things. So we open up with Christopher Lloyd, and he is an evil businessman who is trying to bulldoze an orphanage when the owner comes out, turns out to be a witch, and kills him. I should say, Christopher Lloyd's old. You could just kill him by hitting him on the head with a big rock. But no, let's kill him with magic, because if we kill him with magic, he'll come back with evil powers. Why not the big rock? And plus, it says they hide the body, yet Christopher Lloyd's driver is right there, so he was in on this? Whatever, that's the past. We then move to the present, where our three main kids are riding around on bikes in a vague effort for us to hopefully accidentally think we're watching Stranger Things, but we're not. The main kid is kind of whiny. You get this tiny little science kid that reuses the same joke about spelling things out of chemical elements. And then you get the almost teenager who's too cool and angsty for any of this. And main kid is in love with angsty teenager's older sister. So, okay, those are our characters. What's going on? Well, all the other kids don't want to trick or treat anymore because they're growing too old. Our main kid still wants to because Halloween holds a special place in his heart, because him and his father were celebrating Halloween and he would unfortunately pass away. He now has a new stepfather and stepsister, and we get a scene of him being really mature when she puts a princess in the front yard and he throws a tantrum and kicks it. Great way to show our main characters being likable there, but whatever. After that, it's time for mandatory puppet show. Yeah, I don't know why. The whole town gets together for this thing they call Fright Night in a local theater. You think you'd show them watching movies or something, but instead it's a random little puppet show depicting the events of the prologue. But they're twisted where Christopher Lloyd was killed by an evil witch. But that really is what happened. Christopher Lloyd was murdered by a witch. And you think maybe they didn't know the context, but they show the orphanage getting bulldozed in the puppet show, so yeah, they frame it like they're recontextualizing things, but no, Christopher Lloyd was murdered. That is what happens. Whatever. The kids decide, hey, if we're not going trick-or-treating, let's sneak into a Spirit Halloween, and it is cool to see a real Spirit Halloween. Although, that being said, this store does not have any licensed merchandise out for obvious reasons, and nothing too gory out, so none of those severed hearts. But they run around, it's cool to see them in a familiar place, even if the playing in a Spirit Halloween montage is super kids show montage-y, but whatever. It eventually gets to 11 o'clock, and at 11 o'clock, Christopher Lloyd's ghost will come out for 1 hour, when we have about an hour left in the movie. And maybe he does come out a little too early, because once he's out, it basically gets to, I'm possessing this animatronic, you run away for a bit, and then I'll possess another one. It does get a little cyclical, and it does feel like we don't really have much to do. And this is one of those movies where you get to the end and you go, what did we even spend our time on here? And it really could have been condensed to a 22-minute TV episode. But whatever, at least Christopher Lloyd's in the animatronics, and you get to hear his voice again, and any little bit of Christopher Lloyd is welcome. And if you're big fans of the animatronics, you'll be glad to see them here as real monsters, even if they're clearly just guys in suits. But also, if you know those Spirit Halloween animatronics, you'll know that they're pretty much just wires with like the minimal amount of plastic and fabric draped over them. Spirit Halloween animatronics are mostly empty, so I don't think they can hurt you. But whatever, let's run around the Spirit Halloween, get chased, have some cheesy scares, and tell some bad jokes until we meet the runtime, which for this movie is like only 81 minutes, but boy does it feel like it's way longer. When we get to the end, there's enough happening that it's a decent enough finale, but it doesn't really save the movie. Overall, Spirit Halloween is a bad kids movie almost entirely because it is a kids movie, and I would love to see them remake this for adults and keep Christopher Lloyd in it by all means. He is the best part, but I'd love to see a real version of this movie. But this one sucks, and that sucks, so whatever. I do have more Halloween movies planned for the future, and I'm going to be getting into more of those, and I know a lot of them are going to be way better than this. And then eventually we'll get to real Halloween, and I can't wait for that. But until then, Spirit Halloween, whatever. Anyway though, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Halloween playlist if you want to see me talk about more movies set on the holiday. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.